All right, hello everyone. Once again, we are now in yet another episode of the Well-Crafted Debate. We have two new agents that are coming in to jump in, and we have one from our village office in Haviland Morris joining us, and we also have Hailey McGowin, who just recently joined Brown Harris Stevens from our Southampton office. So good afternoon, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Good afternoon.
So are each of you ready for a healthy, well-crafted debate?
As I'll ever be.
I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say yes. All right. So let's hear the ring. All right. The bell has sounded. We are going to begin. And the first question we have for you is somewhat topical, because right now we are looking at recent news that the Fed is signaling 3 cuts in 2024. What do you forecast in your market will take place assuming that those cuts happen and we're in December of 2024? Haviland, we will start with you.
I'm going to say that we're going to be in a better spot because buyers in particular will feel the relief of the fact that the mortgage rates have come down, and they will project that they'll come down more than maybe they even will, because as we know, we're not tied to the Fed as closely as we expect. But I'm thinking a year from now, we're going to be in a happier situation.
All right. Hailey, how about you? What will happen in the Hamptons based on those 3 cuts that they're signaling in 2024?
Well, what I'm hoping will happen would be an increase in our inventory, because that's our biggest struggle right now. We have the buyers, they're here, they're in the market. The Hamptons has always maintained its demand, but we have sellers who are hesitant because they don't know where they're going to go and whether they're going to, I think if we see the rates decrease, they'll feel more comfortable about putting those homes on the market, and we can, start to see more inventory, which is what we need. Like I said, between this time in 2019, we had about 7,000 properties, and now we're sitting at about 1,000. So we need some more inventory.
Very different from here. Yeah, it's a very different problem.
Yeah. Well, we feel bad for you on your inventory levels, and for that reason, Hailey, you will get a point. So question 1, sorry, Haviland, question 1 will go to Hailey.
No, I think it's good.
We will go to the next question. Now we're in the holiday season. We're right in the middle of it. What is the best thing to do in your neighborhood or town during the holidays? Hailey, your question.
Thank you. I would say it's volunteer. So we have some really amazing nonprofit organizations out here that are always looking for some extra hands around the holidays, be it the food bank, South Fork Bakery. These guys are, this is one of their busiest times a year, and it's a great opportunity to go out and meet some of your neighbors and be helpful. Feels good.
That's
great. Haviland, how about you? What is a great thing to do in the neighborhood or town during the holidays?
Well, I can't argue with Hailey. There's nothing better than volunteering with New York Cares, with Encore Community Services. Nothing better. If all those sign-up lists are full, you could go to the Union Square Farmers Market, which turns into a holiday market at Christmas time, which is really a lovely place to purchase presents and to just sort of feel in the holiday spirit.
Right. I think we have an early lead for Hailey. Hailey's going to have to get the next one. So Hailey, you are up 2-0 going into the third question. Big question for you, Haviland. You don't want to be down 3-0 going into next.
Yikes.
So, in your opinion, what is the best film that has been, or what the best movie that's been filmed in New York City, in your opinion?
Oh my God. Out of the 9 million, the best? Okay, an impossible question, but I'm going to go with Breakfast at Tiffany's. How can you walk down Fifth Avenue and not think of Audrey Hepburn and Breakfast at Tiffany's and that iconic store? I'm going to go with that.
All right, good answer.
Although it's a hard one, there's so many.
Hailey, what would you say? You've had quite a bit of movies done in the Hamptons as well.
I mean, I feel like the most recent film with Jennifer Lawrence called No Hard Feelings was filmed out here, and I just find the writing to be hilarious. She's one of my favorite actresses. But also, I kind of have to go with the GOAT of all things filmed out here in the Hamptons, Ina Garten. She's amazing, and she has a new show, and she's fabulous. I'm a fan.
Oh, good answers, both great answers. I'm going to have to give the points to Haviland. Haviland, to this day, my kids' favorite movies is the Home Alone series, which you starred in certain movies. So you're getting the points.
That's so unfair. That's so unfair, particularly since my Home Alone 3 did not shoot here in New York. But really unfair. I think you should protest that, Haley. I do.
I won't.
We were in Chicago
I'm
in the dead of winter for 3
Haviland,
months.
I can't protest that. I'm a fan, so can't.
All right, we'll go 2-1 going into the fourth question. Fourth question is, if you were asked by your client to have either the premium appliance package upgrade in the new home they're purchasing or additional storage, what would you recommend to them based on resale value and what you would need in that market? Haviland, we'll start with you.
In Manhattan, we need storage. You never have enough room. You never have enough room for all your stuff. So mostly, you can upgrade your own appliances, but you only have as much storage as you have with the apartment. So it is a significant upgrade if there's additional storage.
Yeah, we hear a lot in these debates that have anything involved in storage, the answer immediately goes to storage. It's crazy.
yeah, in New York City, unfortunately, that's the case.
Haley, what would you say?
So I have, it's sort of like both. I want the upgraded walk-in freezer, walk-in refrigerator. Having worked in food service and seeing some of these houses, all the entertaining that we do out here in the Hamptons, there's big demands for your cold storage. And so a walk-in, that is a pretty big upgrade. It's something you gotta plan for, but I think it's a great feature that I've seen in a couple homes that is probably the number one on my list for the next property I develop, so.
And the size of an average Manhattan bedroom really would be the
Yeah. But I mean, when you think about it, you have the platters, the trays, if you're entertaining, it's summertime, you got your lobster salad, all that stuff, so.
All right, well, we feel bad for Haviland and New Yorkers and their lack of storage. So Haviland, you have tied this thing up 2-2. Going into the fifth question. So fifth question, I know both of you are very pet friendly. We're gonna say, what is the most pet friendly part of your neighborhood or town? Haley, we're gonna start with you.
Easily our natural spaces and our beaches. So our hikes, our walks, our parks, our the ocean, the bay. My dog is, she's a daily beach walker. So I think it's a great way to live for your dog.
Now, what specific beaches would you go to, and what is your dog's name?
My dog's name is Vanessa. And
Okay.
I always take her down in the winter time. We can drive on the beach, so we'll take her down, start at Flying Point, and we'll make the run all the way down to County Park, and we can generally find some kind of beach treasures, be it glass or picking up trash and plastic. But she likes to take a long run. She's a leggy yellow lab, so she likes to get moving.
Very nice. All right, Haviland, most pet-friendly area in downtown?
Oh, in downtown? Oh, you're making it harder. So downtown, we have, in Washington Square Park, we have 2 dog runs, so that would make it key. In Tompkins Square Park, we have a dog run. Down in Mercer, we have another dog run. So it's a pretty dog park-friendly area. But if you really want to give them a great time, it's Central Park, because Central Park has off-leash hours from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. and the dogs just go. And they really enjoy the companionship of the other dogs, but also just the freedom to really run, which we don't get much of in New York City.
And Haviland, what is your dog's name?
Steve. I may win this one just on the dog's
like
name.
that name.
Although Vanessa is a very good name. But Steve.
Very ordinary but interesting names. I'm gonna give Vanessa and Steve a point, so we're tied now. 3 going into the next question. So we're gonna actually we're gonna get some pictures of Vanessa and Steve and throw it up on the screen. So going into the next question, let's talk a little bit about the biggest bugaboo that takes place when you're going from New York City to the Hamptons, the travel going back and forth. Can you give us a helpful hint? Please tell us the best way to travel from New York City to the Hamptons. What would you say, Haley?
Jitney. All day, every day, the Jitney. It's affordable, it's quick, and it's easy, and I just think it's the best way to and from.
Okay, Haviland, how about you?
Blade. No question, Blade. It's not for everyone's pocketbook, no question, but it's fast and there's no traffic. So I'm loving Blade.
I don't know. We don't mind that. That's a Brown Harris Stevens brand partner.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Nice shout out to that, Haviland. Hailey, what are your thoughts on that? Anything to add?
I mean, you gotta love the Blade. I think anytime you're coming out here, the biggest issue is the schlep. What are you bringing with you? How are you getting it out here? And one of the options for that is a local business called Toke Taxi, and they help you with your mini moves. So if you're coming out for the season or a long weekend and you have some bulky items that you don't want to haul, you can have them pick them up at your door in the city, and they can deliver them to your door out here in the Hamptons. Great business, woman-owned. Go-getter lady. She just is killing it out there, and she gives great service. So a lot of our clients have been really happy, and it's been really helpful.
Great additional value in that question. For that reason, you get a point.
Oh, thank you.
So Hailey has taken the lead going into 2 more questions left. Haviland, you need these points here. Let's go. So next question is going to center around what is better, the New York City bagel with lox and cream cheese or the lobster roll? Haviland, we'll start with you.
I'm going to punt on that because I haven't been able to eat bagels for many years because of a health thing. So can we talk about steak frites for a minute? Steak frite I can talk about. Knickerbocker Bar and Grill, Cafe Clooney, Margot and the Marlton Hotel. These are all local areas that have amazing, also Claudette, steak frite extraordinaire. So I'm always going to go with steak frite over lobster, although I can guess where Hailey's going. But yes, just a little not
Hailey,
answer.
what is your answer?
Well,
Let's register that answer.
I'm a beach girl. I'm a beach girl. It's got to be a lobster roll all day, every day. And if you're heading out this way, on your way in Hampton Bays, before you get across the canal, there's a place called Canal Cafe. Great outdoor seating, best lobster roll on a ciabatta. If you're coming in further to town, you can stop at Loaves and Fishes. They have a pretty amazing lobster salad that you can buy. And if you keep continuing further out, Clam Bar for lobster roll.
Wow, great, recommendations from both of you. But since Haviland took a nice left turn, we're going to give her the point. We are tied up. Going into the last question, this will decide it all right here. Better social scene, New York Fashion Week or the Hamptons Classic? Let's start with you, Haviland.
Ooh, that's tough. Depends on what you like. If you want to see a lot of fancy starry people, Fashion Week. However, if you want a reservation or to get around town during that week, not so much. So that's my answer, I think. I don't think it's. I'm going to go for Hamptons Classic in that case.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hailey, what would you say?
I'm biased. I'm out here. The Hamptons Classic is an institution. It's been going on for decades. We have, it's a mix of people. You have not only the fashion folks, you definitely see Fern Malice up there, Christy Brinkley, some of these names that are just so iconic, but you also have events that are, community based, and they have authors events, and they have, amazing brunches and breakfasts, and I just think that there's a lot that happens over that week that is just so precious and makes our place so charming. So.
All right. Well,
that was a good answer.
Thanks.
Since Haviland gave the Hampton answer, we're going to have to give it to Hailey. Hampton Classic. We're going to give her the points. She's going to take this one by one. But this was a great, last seconds. We're going down to the last seconds. Decide who won it. I really have to thank both of you for a spirited debate today. This was a good one. Any last words from either of you before we conclude this latest well-crafted debate?
I would just say happy holidays. Are we not allowed to be time sensitive? Maybe that's wrong, but happy holidays.
Same to you, Haviland, and get out here. Get on that jitney and come out and visit us. And let me take you around. I know some amazing bookstores and wonderful places we could go. I have a lot to show you out here, so come visit.
Let's go. Come into the village. We'll do a trade-off. You come on
I'm
in, I'll come on out. Let's do
I'm
it.
in.
I'm all game.
Awesome.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for
Happy holidays, and we can't wait to have the next debate in the coming weeks ahead.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks so much.